Hey everybody, it's Dave McKenzie here at Beyond the Beat, and this is a really cool lesson that I'm about to teach. This is like getting ready for beginner guitar. So I've got with me a whole bunch of things that you're going to need to take this course. It's going to be a 10 lesson, maybe like an 11 lesson course, and it's going to be really fun. Should take you about maybe 5 months, 4 months, and then you should be good to go. So it's a beautiful thing, and I hope you're excited about it. All right, so here's everything that you're going to need. You're going to need a guitar, obviously. For this course, I think probably an acoustic guitar would suit because we'll be doing mostly, I guess, kind of acoustic guitar songs. It's a good place to start. A steel string acoustic is probably best. You'll notice that that the neck is, not too wide. If it was a nylon string acoustic that you have, you can still use it. It's just some of these chords will be a little bit more difficult, and the way that I'm holding this guitar might not make as much sense. But you can use basically anything, like just grab a guitar, like you can use an electric or whatever. Doesn't matter, but ideally you'll have like a steel string acoustic if you're going to go out and buy something. Secondly, you'll need a guitar pick. This is my pick here, or one of them, and I'll lose it within the next 24 hours. But for now I have it. And how you hold the pick is you can actually sort of see, you kind of balance it. Your first finger, your thumb clamps down on it, and then when you need to, excuse me, when you need to strum hard, you clamp down pretty hard, and you can hit it hard, and then when you need to just dust over it, you should be able to balance the pick there. It takes quite a while to sort of learn how to do this, so that's how you hold it, and then you should be able to pick the strings individually with it. That's a really good exercise to do. You just practice doing down up picking. Just make sure, like I used to hold the pick like this. Now there are still some very good guitarists that do. I switched over to this and I found that my hand wasn't as tense. So it'll just take a lot of feel and a lot of time, and you're gonna have to drop your pick and your guitar a whole bunch of times and fish it out and just go through it, and that's part of the fun of it. All right, so that's a pick. This one isn't too thick. It's a little bit bendy. I find that's nice, but it's thick enough that if I want to play loud, like I can dig in. So, balanced pick. All right, so forgot to mention you need a cup of coffee, or maybe two, right? Because you want to get at this in the morning, and you want to be alert to follow along with these very swift lessons here that you're getting from a seasoned veteran. All right, so next thing you'll need is a capo. All right, this is a capo. This capo is my favorite kind of capo. It's called a shub. The way this capo works, it looks like a strange thing, possibly a torture device, but it's not. It's a good thing. It's for, what you use the capo for is raising the pitch. If you're, like, for instance, the first song I'm going to teach you is Knocking on Heaven's Door, and it's a good strumming tune, but sometimes songs don't fit your voice in terms of your singing voice, and you may want to sing along with the song. So the capo, once you've learned those 4 chords, you could actually shorten the neck of the guitar by just putting the capo on, and you clamp it on, and now or even put it up higher, put it up here. There's just something special about a capo. Certain styles don't lend to it as much. Like you don't often see a jazz guitarist using a capo because they just like to move the ideas around, which is understandable, without using the capo. There's all sorts of ways to fret different chords, but for beginner guitar, this is essential. You need this thing. Now, the way the shub works is that there's a little knob on the back, and I'll show it to you. Get it a little closer. There you go. You just turn this sort of clockwise to tighten it, and counterclockwise to loosen it. The reason it's really good is because you'll see that my guitar neck here is this thick, or whatever, however thick that is, I don't even know, but different guitar necks are different levels of thickness. So the shub allows you to sort of find the perfect setting by turning that little knob for your guitar neck, right? So, and then what you do is you place the capo just in front of the fret that you're trying to pin the strings against, and then there it is. So if it's too loose, you'll hear some buzzing. So then you have to unclamp it and tighten the capo a little bit again. So I hope that was clear. Rewatch that because I think I've told you everything you need to know about the capo. Now there are different styles of capo. Perhaps you'll have something like this. This is like just a regular clamp capo. You won't have to learn how to use it, but really the shub is really easy. Now the thing with these is they sometimes just clamp a little bit too tight, and that sounds pretty good though. It puts the guitar out of tune occasionally, so I don't love these as much, but they work. The good thing about the shub is if you put it on an electric guitar, it's really good too. It works on every guitar. These clamp capos are pretty much just for steel strings. The other thing that you'll need is a tuner. Now, this is a headstock tuner. I think they're really handy. I'll show you how it works. So I've got this set up so that you'll be able to see it. Normally you can have it turned around so it just faces you. But here, so if I play my low E, oh, it's kind of out of focus. There we go. You'll notice that it's in tune, and that's good. So if it wasn't, I'll detune it a bit and it'll be flat. It's going to show up as red. Actually, it's even showing up as a D sharp. So this is really awkward. Can you see that? I'm going to tighten it until it's in. So I'm going to keep on striking the low E string until it goes green. You'll notice there's a little bit of one green bar on the side that it was coming up from. That means that it's still a little bit flat. You want this to be pretty much perfect, okay? So playing an out-of-tune guitar is really annoying to listen to. So it's a good place to start is to really learn how to get your guitar in tune. I'm going to do a better tuning video, something a little bit more in depth later, but this should get you going. So your guitar is tuned to E as your low E string, A, D, G, B, and high E. All right? So those are all the strings that your guitar should be tuned to. You may have to break a couple of strings in the process of learning how to tune it, and common mistakes would be like turning the wrong peg and wondering why it's not changing, and then all of a sudden a different string breaks or something like that. Happened to me all the time when I was learning. It's not a big deal. Don't be so hard on yourself. People freak out. You have to give yourself a little bit of room to snap a string here and there. It's going to happen. All right, so that's how you tune the guitar. Once again, I'll give you like a proper, just making sure it's off, lesson on that later. Another thing that you'll need would be a metronome. Now, the way I'm going to be using this little thing here, it's like a little Korg, like a cheap drum machine thing. It's really important to have some sort of device to keep you in time. You can just use your cell. There's different drum beats that we have on our YouTube channel that you can use. There's all kinds of ways of doing that, so you don't need a device, but I just have this here just to have something tactile to show you. I'll be using this for some of the scale studies and playing along with it, and then you can use your settings on YouTube to change the tempo. You can bring it down to like a quarter of the speed or half the speed or 3/4 of the speed, or you can even go faster. So the quality of the sound changes a little bit, and it's not as good, but it doesn't really matter because it keeps the pitch. So this thing here, all right, so it just keeps us in time. It's your jam, and you just go with it, and it's good. It's really important to learn how to play in time, by the way, if I didn't mention that already here. And it's one of the most tricky sort of parts about starting out. You're gonna have to learn all your basic chords in this lesson, and not in this specific lesson, but in the package of beginner lessons. And you're going to have to learn how to switch in time, and you're going to have to learn how to play in time, and that's a big part of it. So you should have some sort of device that helps you stay in time. And then when you play with other people, it's going to make more sense because you'll be able to play together, because you'll be able to be more consistent. So that's pretty much everything that you'll need for this course. I'm really looking forward to teaching it to you. It's a great thing. I've started so many guitarists over the years. It's a source of pride of mine that I've started a lot of people, and a lot of them have stuck with it. So I'm pretty patient, and you're gonna have to be patient with yourself and dedicated. But if you put in the time and you put in the work and the love, you're gonna get rewarded for this. It's really fun. You can start at any time in your life. You can you can take this as far as you want. I believe you can do anything you want in life. You may have dreams of being a songwriter and taking over the world and being the next big thing. You could try that. You may want to just play songs around the campfire, or know a few chords so that you can sing songs to your kids when you're older, or whatever. Just jam with buddies on the weekend, or go play at Cayley at an Irish pub or something, and keep along with the fiddle tunes, or whatever you want to do. There's so many things that you can do with music, and I'm here to teach you. So once again, my name is Dave McKenzie. This is Beyond the Beat. Please subscribe to our channel. It really helps a lot, basically. So please subscribe, and then like the videos that you actually like. And I'll see you in the next lesson. All right, take care.